You be nigga really I'd say. Y'all the type of niggas y'all just really hate. To work you out, but I'm a nigga go film a play. Stacking money, yeah, like heyday. Praying for some better days. All this pain that you see that be on my face. Looking guilty like a nigga caught case. Good lady, I swear I've been in the dog's place. Wish that I can go and I could hide my face. Don't know what the fuck lately to really chase, but I swear I got money in the bait like I'm pork chase. Something feel like I just be fourth grade. Never felt like you did really just be dumb things. I'm losing open, I swear all that shit's fake. But I swear every day, yeah, I just still be getting paid. But all that really do, it really numb the pain. The hurt, I swear it got me feeling so insane. Every day I put a smile up on my face. But every day I swear that shit just be so fake. Frontin' one like I'm to pay. Swear every day I swear that I be losing faith. Hoping that they the same fate. But lately I swear I just been here and day. Lately I swear I just really sad days. Yeah, y'all know what I'm feeling, y'all understand what I'm saying. I swear to God, yeah, I ain't really playing. Feel like lately I just be up in the safe. But I don't know there's any more that I can take. Try to do better, but I feel like it's too late. I'm in my head, girl, cause that pussy was great. I swear I was addicted to that pussy fake. Lately feeling so degraded. How yeah, you do this bad. How yeah, you do this bad. I'm in my head, think who to play. Something in my head say, yeah, it's all just part of the game. Why every day I swear I be feeling all the shame. Trying to smile, but I swear that shit really don't feel same. Losing my direction like a nigga cannot.
A guy that you would, that is that name with you. I mean, to me, it seems like Gervonta
А у
Davis.
вас есть, мне кажется, да, Джерванта Дэвис для вас мог бы быть таким вот соперником
So
перспективным.
I always said I'm open for the fight, but boxing politics. We have different promoters. Mayweather said every time he said, "Hey, we have our way, and forget about us. We're making money." So
In the press.
Vasiliy Lomachenko said it there, and he was honest about it. Something that I feel like a lot of fighters aren't really honest and, really tell the public what's really going on when it comes to the boxing community. Because even though obviously you have all the different channels, all the different type of people, all different type of personalities that cover it, have their opinions on it and say what they want to say. A lot of times the only way, especially hardcore boxing fans or casual fans can really understand the reason why, especially if they're a big fan of a particular fighter, the reason why it's so hard for them to believe that there's really no such thing as ducking when it comes to that level of the sport. It just really comes down to business, politics, right? If Vasiliy Lomachenko was letting I got no problem fighting any of these dudes. I want to fight Gervonta, Devin Haney, George Kambosos, man. I want all the smoke. I want a rematch with Teofimo. First, I got to take care of what's going on with Richard Commey, but I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And we know that. And I love the point that we're getting at when it comes to boxing in the 135 division. Obviously, we kind of have it creeping toward the heavyweight division right now because it's looking like Tyson Fury versus Dillian White is going to happen, as well as Anthony Joshua versus Usyk too. We might see Wilder come back. So we got all these dope fights happening in boxing. We're finally seeing the guys fight that we want to see. Obviously, it's not happening everywhere, but we're getting closer to the Terrence Crawford Earl Spence fight. We also got Keith Thurman gearing to come back. So we got some fire things coming for 2022, and it's only right. But finally, I feel like the politics of boxing is starting to. I don't want to say it's really fading away because it's definitely not fading away. It's still there. But I think it's starting to, get to a certain point, especially with the popularity of MMA growing, where, you got to do something. At some point, you got to, especially with the whole COVID situation, everything shutting down. It's like you got to do something, man. We got to get the fights we want, man. I'm tired of all the belts, man. Let's have some more undisputed. Let's have the most undisputed we've seen in a while, right? Let's get back to them days. And that's what it looks like it's going. Lomachenko saying it himself. So you can't say he's ducking any of the smoke. So hopefully, we see Lomachenko versus either Teofimo Lopez 2 next year. If Teofimo was, obviously healthy and he's cleared to come back. Or, hopefully we can see maybe, Lomachenko fight Gervonta Davis next year. That'd be fire. Maybe, I've been telling y'all, I know I've been a little late with it. I've been telling y'all I'm going to get y'all that Tevin Farmer video, but I'm going to get y'all that Tevin Farmer video because I think that's another person who can make noise in the 135 division still. And you got to look out for it. But, before we get into it, you already know what it is, man. Positively blessings, salute, salutations to everybody. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Friday. Hope y'all had a good Friday. Hopefully y'all put in that work. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you made the most of the day that you had. We at the end of it, but it's the weekend. So, salute to that, blessings to that. If you come up in here, man, please hit the like button, show some love, hit that like button. Simple, it's easy. Algorithm, not part of the family, subscribe to the channel, be part of the family. Tonight we got Black Goose Friday dropping. Y'all can see that's coming along. So make sure y'all check that song out. It's gonna be fire. Tomorrow we got two Fluence Lounges coming up. Obviously we got Connor Benn versus Chris Algieri happening, and we're gonna be talking about that. And then also we got Richard Commey versus Lomachenko happening. So I'll be going live for the Fluence Lounge for that as well. And then bonus with that, we got that great UFC card headlined by Charles Oliveira de Support. So we got a hell of a weekend. If you're a combat sports fan, man, you can't be nothing but happy at the end of the day. So just make sure you do your part. And make sure in between those times it's productive. And then when you come down, you can just enjoy all the goodness that's coming. But anyways, man, we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna talk about a little bit preview. Obviously Vasiliy Lomachenko versus Richard Commey, man, that's coming up on Saturday. I can't wait for that. We're gonna talk about Connor Benn, Chris Algieri too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm excited for both of those fights. Now, Lomachenko versus Commey, in my opinion, has a little bit more weight in it than the Connor Benn Chris Algieri fight. The Connor Benn Chris Algieri fight has some weight in it as well, because if Connor Benn does beat Chris Algieri, supposedly he's supposed to have Adrian Broner next. That's a big fight. That's also big news when it comes to Adrian Broner's fans, to see that, okay, he's coming from 147 and now he's coming back down to 140. That's something you can be serious about if the rumors are true. But I believe it. This has been kind of projected for a little while. Adrian Broner's been hinting at wanting to go for a run for the belt one more time before he retires. And obviously, I think everyone knows the only way he's going to get another belt before he retires is going to be at 140, not 147. So, like I was saying, there's some stake in that Connor Benn versus Chris Algieri fight, especially with seeing Connor Benn obviously going to a level that we haven't seen him before when it comes to his competition. It's going to be, most likely his toughest competition yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fares. But Lomachenko versus Richard Commey, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to disrespect Richard Commey into a sense because they want to say his Teofimo's leftovers. I feel like as of now, the tune's changed some, obviously, because we've seen upsets this year. One of the biggest ones being Teofimo losing to George Kambosos. So I've seen a little bit of that disrespect kind of be drawn back. I don't see it as much. And I think a lot of people are a lot more excited about this fight than they were beforehand. And they're going into this fight as, obviously I'm still heavily favoring Vasiliy Lomachenko in this fight, but still at the end of the day, the way boxing's been going, you never know. Obviously, Teofimo Lopez, he surprised us with a win over Lomachenko himself. So we're gonna see what type of Loma we get. But obviously, Loma in the Nakatani fight, he looked amazing. You know what I'm saying? He looked absolutely like the Matrix. Once again after coming back from that shoulder injury. So we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to carry that. With the Commey fight, make a statement, and then hopefully put himself in a position. I don't see him being able to get a shot at George Kambosos. I think that's Devin Haney all day, obviously, because it makes the most sense when it be just, he's just talking about politics, promotion-wise, it makes the most sense. Both of them are matchroom boxers, the zone boxers, Eddie Hearn boxers. So Kambosos versus Devin Haney likely is going to happen next year. So I think this Lomachenko, by getting a solid win against Richard Commey, what this will benefit him, it will be more so whether or not, if Teofimo was able to be healthy again next year, he can take that fight. Get that rematch. There's some money in that, and obviously it's a good look for him. But if he's kind of looking past Teofimo in a sense, because you're not really sure about the status, then I think you got to kind of look and say, okay, what's the next best thing? Obviously, he's saying he wants a Gervonta fight, but he's truthful about it. I don't see Gervonta taking that fight because that doesn't do anything for him. I know Lomachenko's a legend. I know he was undisputed before Teofimo came and robbed him. But at this point where Lomachenko was at, his position, for someone like Gervonta Davis, that's just too dangerous of a fight for him. Unless there's literally no one for him to fight. But like I told y'all, I think Gervonta is going to fight Rolly next year. So I already think Gervonta has his opponent booked. So Loma's kind of in this weird place at the moment in the 135 division, unfortunately. Because really all the top dogs, they're really took, or they're probably, they already have someone that their schedule's going to fight. The only person right now that's available, obviously, is Ryan Garcia. But, Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, at this point, I don't really even place him in that same atmosphere. I need to see him come back. He needs to get a warm-up fight, all that good stuff. And so Loma's kind of in limbo. I think he beats Commey. I think next year for Loma's not going to be the year as a Loma fan. If you're a Loma fan, you're not going to be that happy about, because I don't think Loma's going to get any of the fights that he wants, or any of the fights that you guys hope he can get. Because even for Teofimo to take the Loma fight again, it kind of puts you in a place when he's talking about he can go up to 140 and possibly get a shot right at the belts against Josh Taylor, and Taylor got that tough fight against Catterall coming up. So let's see if Josh Taylor can get past Catterall. Catterall ain't no joke. So unfortunately, like even though I want to take back a little bit what I said in the beginning. In the beginning, I said this had a little bit more stake in it. It has more stake in it than the Conor Benn fight if Lomachenko loses, right? A lot of people don't see Lomachenko losing this fight. So I actually don't see much to gain for Loma when it comes to the Richard Commey fight, just because the 135 division is in such a limbo. Teofimo was supposed to beat Kambosos, right? Loma, he's supposed to beat, Richard Commey, and then they were supposed to have the rematch next year and, basically a mega fight. That was the plans. That's what everyone thought was going to happen. With Teofimo losing to Kambosos, now all the power shifts to Devin Haney, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. And so now Loma's in a place where it's like, all right, well, where are we going to go from here? I guess you just got to keep winning until possibly someone feels like he's kind of built the same esteem that he had before the loss to Lomachenko. Before the loss to Teofimo Lopez, if that makes sense. Because Loma hardcore fans are still Loma hardcore fans. They still feel like he's the best. They still feel like he's, he does things you never seen in the ring, and it's just absolute. And that's what makes him the upper echelons of the 135 division. But at the end of the day, he lost to Teofimo, and because of that, in this particular situation with Teofimo losing, he is not in the driver's seat. He's nowhere near close. Because now you have to look at guys like Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, even Kambosos, and you have to think about their promoters and the promotions they're with, and they're saying, is it worth us fighting him? He doesn't have all the belts anymore. Right? Really, we're just going to be fighting him because of his name. Does his name carry enough weight for my guy to put my guy in jeopardy where he can lose the belt, lose his undefeated status, whatever it may be? Is it worth that, rather than trying to either one, chase a money fight within the same promotion, i.e. Gervonta Davis with Rolly Romero, because that's still a big fight. That probably still does much Loma. Where's him? Maybe a little less. And then it kind of falls the same way with, Matchroom. But the only difference is they both got the belts when it comes to Kambosos and Devin. So that's unfortunate, but that's just a fact. So I think they should go outside the box. That's where I'm like, knock on the door like a Tevin Farmer. I don't know if Tevin Farmer holds that weight, but that would be a hell of a fight. That's something I would want to see. That's my fantasy. Like, damn, if I were to see something, that's definitely what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? But let's check out the weigh-ins, though. I ain't seen the weigh-ins yet today, man. Had a pretty busy day. Got some good work, man. Got in my rounds. Got in a good run, man. I'm feeling good. I'm coming back, coming strong. I got to make sure, too, tonight I ice my knees so I'm on point. But let's check out the weigh-ins up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So Commey coming in. Let's see what he's coming in weighing in. I think he's going to be on the dot.
134 point.
Okay, 134. Came in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little bit light. Championship weight. I respect it. Salute to the people, man. It's crazy. At one point, I remember when Loma was like a god to people.
134.4.
134.4. Came in at a solid weight. So both of them championship weight. I respect it. That means that, they took this seriously. That means they're coming in, peak level condition. That means we're probably going to have a hell of a fight. I think this is going to go a lot different than what a lot of people are expecting. Remember, Lomachenko fight Nakatani. Teofimo fought Nakatani. Teofimo had a lot more trouble with him. Loma had a lot more success. Remember, Teofimo came in, knocked Richard Commey out early, right? Richard Commey is a tough, competitive opponent. He's a skilled boxer. Okay, so let's see how Loma deals with Richard Commey, because Commey has power himself, right? People don't realize that, but Richard Commey has power. Just because what may have happened with him and Teofimo, that doesn't mean he has power. So I think it's going to be an interesting fight. It's going to be a good fight, man. Both coming in peak position. Peak condition. Commey could right all his wrongs with a win against Loma. Think about that. Think about that upset. Think about Commey beating Lomachenko. Think about that upset. That's almost as bad as Mikey Garcia's last loss. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy. A lot of people aren't talking about that Mikey Garcia loss that he had. And then Garcia has the nerve to be like, I want George Kambosos, Devin Haney. I want them all at 135. Like, what? I think that's what he said. He did. So I'm like, okay, now you going away from 147. Now you're going down to 135. Chill, Garcia. Chill. Look at old man Bob. Bob, I got to give it to Bob, man. I read some reports. Bob, man, he said, man, forget all this step aside money stuff. He said, let the fighters fight who their mandatories are. So he was saying, man, I'm not gonna be offering no step aside money to Anthony Joshua. Have Anthony Joshua fight Usyk again, and don't let Dillian White run from Tyson Fury. But you know why he's saying that though? Let's be 100. The only reason why he's saying that is because Dillian White, Anthony Joshua are both heavyweights, and they're both under Eddie Hearn. He's like, nah, let Usyk give a whooping to another Eddie Hearn fighter. Let me give a whooping to another Eddie Hearn fighter. Get them out of contention. Let's get all the bucks. That's what he's on. He thinking business. He thinking money. That's it. You gotta give it to him. That's why he's doing what he's doing, man. What is he? I think he just turned 90 not too long ago. So you know the game. You know the game. You know how to play it. You gotta respect it at the end of the day. But I'm excited for this fight. Like I said, especially the way, boxing has just been going lately. You never know. Catch him on a bad day. You might have been like, I never expected it. Have a great fight. And, at the same time, when you got it doubled up too, you got Lomachenko, then you got Conor Benn earlier versus Algeria, then you got, obviously the stat card of the Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier fight. You can't be mad at it. But let's check the Instagram real quick. Let's see if Loma posted just anything in particular that's interesting to check out. Reloaded, ready to go. Looked in great shape, man. So it's interesting. Bob Arum had so much to say about Terrence Crawford. Don't make him no money, all that good stuff. Oh, I just realized there's a belt on the line. What belt is that for? That must be a made-up belt because I thought there was an undisputed. That was another belt. Is Loma, because Loma can't still be the franchise champ. So what's the belt for? Don't make no sense.
Ну да, мы как это, в каком-то бандитском фильме уходим кухней.
That's really what I want to know, though. What's that belt? I'm going to find out. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask too much about it. I'm going to find out. But, man, I remember when everybody thought my man Loma was unbeatable. And now here we are, Loma making his way back, working his way back. And we seeing that. I can't wait. I'm excited for this fight. I think it's going to be a good fight, man. For real. All right, let's go on the Richard Commey side of games and see if he got anything popping off. There you go. Showing off some of the press conference work. I don't know why, but I believe in Richard Commey. I think he's gonna give us a good fight, man. Man, we got a tornado warning where I'm at. And every time that goddamn wind hit my window, I'd be like, damn, it be sounding crazy. Pray for me, y'all. Tell the tape. 5758, 15-2, 30-3, 27 KOs. Remember that. He's only lost 3 times and had those 30 wins, 27 KOs. That man got power, 33-34. That's what I'm saying. Don't disrespect Richard Commey, man. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. Let's see if he got any work for us. Let's see if he got a little bit of work. Show off a little bit of work. I love it when the fighters show a little bit of work, man. Come on, man. I'm excited for this fight. And a lot of times I like when the fighters, especially when maybe like they're fighting, we have something like Lomachenko versus Commey, where, a lot of people are heavily favoring Lomachenko, even myself, I'm heavily favoring Lomachenko. But even in that sense, for me, I love it when like the fighters like Richard Commey, the ones you're doubting, underestimating, they put a little work on a page, man. I can look at it, man, because I like when you watch it, it's like when you really understand boxing, when you really look at it in a sense where you're not really looking at it from a biased aspect of being a fan of someone, and you understand the work that's put in, and then you see the work that's being put in that by the opponent that's being underestimated, you can't help but get excited. You can't help but just be like, man, see, this is finna be a better fight than y'all think. Because while y'all over there praising one person, saying that he's on this level and he's doing all this other dude that no one's talking about, he's putting in all types of work to make sure that y'all gonna be talking about him after that day. Call me putting in that work, man. Make sure when y'all come up in here, please, if y'all do come up in here, hit the like button, show some love, man. Yeah, that's good work right there, man. I can't wait till I can get back to that. I'm slowly working my way up, though. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm getting close. I'm telling y'all, man. Remember, too, I've been pretty good when going into 2022, man. I'm going to really be predicting it. I'm going to be letting y'all know and putting y'all on point. But remember, I told y'all JoJo versus Devin Haney was going to be a harder fight than people are saying. What happened? It was. Teofimo versus George Kambosos. Now, I thought Teofimo was going to win. But remember, I made a point to let y'all know I was ignorant and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It's being unbiased. That's a fact. So I think we're going to have a better fight than you think. I think Lomachenko is going to be surprised by Commey's power. That being said, one thing that I would say that's a little bit against Commey in this particular aspect is age, in the sense of he's 34, Lomachenko's 33. Obviously, they're very similar in age, but I think in Commey's aspect, because of his fighting style, the older he gets, that'll become a bigger factor than Lomachenko, because Lomachenko's fight style definitely favors as he gets older. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But Commey's a beast. Look at him. That's beautiful work. So I think we're going to have a good fight on the hands, man. Let me see if I can just find one more good work video from him. Then we can move on. Talk a little bit about the Conor Benn versus Chris Algieri fight. Let me get one more work video. Here we go. Working on them cross ropes, man. Schnack. Duck. All right, man. But I'm excited for that fight. I think that fight's gonna be, it's gonna be fine, man. I can't wait for it. We got that happening tomorrow. Remember, y'all, Fluence Lounge. I'm gonna be going live for that. So make sure y'all join me. I'll probably say around maybe like 9:30 Central time, close to that time, 9:30. We'll see. Maybe 8:30, depending on how early that UFC card starts. But the next fight we're going to talk about, obviously, is going to be Conor Benn versus Chris Algieri. Make sure y'all check out the community tab. I love to post in the community tab because I like to get y'all opinion on certain topics. Once I get off this, I'm going to post probably another topic that I want to see what y'all think about, especially in regards to Bob. Where I'm saying, man, forget to step aside money. I would love to see what y'all think about, why even mention step aside money? Because usually it never even goes through anyways. Remember back, Deontay Wilder was supposed to take step aside money for Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. So I don't even, I think it's stupid. I think every time it's brought up, it never happens. But anyways, what I was getting at in the community tab, I posted a question. Want to see what y'all thought about it. Conor Benn versus Chris Algieri. I know this is not getting too much hype. Obviously, a lot of people are not talking about this because a lot of people aren't talking about Conor Benn. Conor Benn's only 25, man, still making his way up. Obviously, his dad was a legend, Nigel Benn. And I remember early in his career when I used to watch him, the biggest thing on him was that he was just so green, and he was just compared to his father off the bat. So a lot of people didn't have much expectations for him. But, slowly, if you watched him, which I have watched him progress through his career, he's becoming a threat at the 140 division. And, at the point that we're at now, he's basically taken the biggest step up that he's had in Chris Algieri. Obviously, Chris Algieri was retired for a little bit. He's had, a Hall of Fame career, in my opinion, to this point. He ended up coming back, recently fought before the Conor Benn fight, had a great fight, 37 years old. But still, this is his biggest test. And supposedly, if he beats this fight, it's going to lead him to an Adrian Broner fight. So, like I said, I take back some of the statements I said earlier in the stream where I said that the Lomachenko Commey fight has more, I guess, more stakes behind it, more at risk, or if one person wins or if one person loses, now they're propelled to a certain position. Because I think if I think if Loma beats Commey, I think it puts him in a limbo, like I've already said a million times earlier. But I think also if Loma loses, I think we're probably just going to see a rematch. Where if Conor Benn loses against Chris Algieri, he's not going to be in a good spot. He'll never get a big fight. He won't touch a big fight. I just won't see it. So he needs to win this fight, and then it might possibly put him in a position to get a big name like Adrian Broner at 140. And if he beats Adrian Broner from there, man, we're talking about, Josh Taylor's, what I'm saying, Regis Prograis fights. We're talking about all of it, depending on who moves up to 140. Teofimo, like we're talking about all the names, and that's probably what Eddie Hearn is hoping for.
Defending undefeated WBA Continental Welterweight Champion Conor the Destroyer Benn. Benn. Now the scale of challenger Chris Algieri. 146, bang on for the
146 for Benn. So okay, I was a little bit wrong. I don't know why I thought Conor Benn's fought at 140. Bro, came in the speedo. I don't know why I thought he fought at 140, but he fights at 147. That's right. Conor Benn is a welterweight, and that's why he has so much criticism, because a lot of people don't think he can stand. He has no chance against the top welterweights. So Adrian Broner next at 147.
146 pounds and 8 ounces for Conor.
That's actually a doable fight for Benn. I need Broner to go back to 140, but if he's not talking about 140, then I don't even want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of disappointed myself, and excuse me for the misinformation to my people. You know what I'm saying? On that, I don't know why I thought that, but anyways, that makes it even more of a bigger stakes match, because that is a very doable fight for Benn to beat someone like Broner. Now, that does him beating Broner put him in a position where he can beat the likes of like Crawford, Spence, Ugas, Thurman. No, I still don't see that, but it gets him in a position where people are now talking about his name. You know what I'm saying? And he has a little bit more where people are thinking about him in the US, because that's the biggest thing when it comes to Conor Benn. He really doesn't have really any steam in the US, if you want to be real. But this is a good fight. That's the thing, man. When your daddy's a legend, man. When your daddy's a legend, people gon' have expectations that you wasn't expecting. But I think Conor Benn, man, I think he's solid. In his last fight, that wasn't a good look for him, his last fight, because the thing about Benn is he's a little small for the 147 division. That's why I thought he was at 140, bro, because I'm like, he has the physique of a 140, or the height, all that. He's a little small for the 146. But my problem with Benn is he relies just a little bit too much on his power, and I just don't think he has that much power. That's just what I just think he's too small for the division. I think he's skilled. I think he puts it all together. I'm a fan. I love he proves me wrong every time, but I think shortly, as he keeps moving up in the rank, maybe also he's still young. He's only 25. Doesn't necessarily have that grown man, you know what I'm saying, to him yet. Maybe, once he hits 28, it's a little bit different. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I think it's just a little bit too reliant on that power. He's skilled. His positioning is great, in my opinion. But I think at the end of the day, just a little too small for the division. Now, against this Chris Algieri, I think he wins. Against Adrian Broner, that's a winnable fight. If Adrian Broner comes in ready, see now, Adrian Broner versus Conor Benn at 140, he wins. So if Broner can beat him at 140, that means he can beat him at 147. I just don't know. Like, I don't know how serious Broner, like what type of shape he's gonna come in at 147. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you this, Benn won't be able to land a punch on Broner. That'll probably be one of the most boring fights in the world. It'll be Benner, especially if you saw his last fight, how that dude kind of like styled on him and outboxed him. Broner's a way better boxer than him. So, like, Chris Algieri's a hard fight for Benn, man. Let's be 100. But let me go to what we got. That's right. Let's go. Let's go to the pages. Let's see what he gonna win. Let's go to Chris Algieri too first. Let's see what he got posted up. You know what I'm saying? One day out. So you remember, I'm gonna be going Fluence Lounge for this joint. Not for the whole card, just for the main event. Y'all know, you already know. Hit the like button if y'all come up in here later, whenever it may be. Make sure y'all show love, subscribe to the channel. We here, man. BlakGooseTV. Make sure y'all check out Black Goose Friday. That song is dropping tonight. Fire. So the thing about Chris Algieri, man, I think what he's going to do is he's going to try and control this fight with the jab. He's going to stay at the he's going to make sure that he keeps Conor Benn at the end of his punches, and he's going to make Conor Benn have to struggle to get on the inside. The only reason why I actually feel like Benn has a very, very good chance of getting the W is I just think Algieri, as much as he's a skilled opponent, I think 3-4 years ago he beats Benn. Now I think Ben's gonna get, he's gonna break him down. I think Ben's gonna lose a good amount of rounds, but I think when he gets in there and he gets close enough and he's able to land some nasty punches, I don't think Algieri's gonna be able to withstand it. Ben's just too young, too hungry right now. Skills pay the bills, but after a while, you hit a certain age and you over the hill. You feel me? So, but I do got faith in Chris Algieri that it's gonna be a hell of a fight. And I could be surprised. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Chris Algieri can come in here and shock the world here. It's going to be fire. Fire fight. Salute to Chris Algieri, man, coming out of retirement and taking a big fight like this. I know he had a fight before this, but just to have a fight before this, and now he's taking on a hungry young lion and Conor Benn, like Hall of Fame written all over. God damn. Let's see if we got some work vids from Chris Algieri. I know he's a little bit older, so I don't expect him really to have any work vids, mostly highlights and stuff like that, which makes sense. Look at that eye, man. You see, that's the thing about Algieri, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially now in his older age, like he's very good. He's a very good offensive fighter in the aspect of being able to stay on the outside, use his jab style, slip a lot of punches. But at times, especially once he gets kind of eaten up in the body, you see he'll shell up and he'll take a lot of left hooks, a lot of right hooks to the body. And Conor Benn, that's all he throws, man. That's that. Well, I won't say that's all he throws. That's disrespectful, but that's where his bread and butter is. So I see Conor Benn working Chris Algieri down. I see him getting a stoppage, probably like 6th, 7th round. I think Chris Algieri will have success in the first 3 rounds, but I think after that, man, Conor Benn finna, work him down, break him down, chop down a tree. You feel me? So let's go before we get up out of here, man. Let's go over. Let's check out, Conor Benn. Let's see if he gave us a little bit of work. You heard? Give me some, since Chris Algieri didn't want to get nothing. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn got the longest story. Ain't nobody finna go through this whole story. Like, chill, bro. Why your story so long? I'm just playing, man. Dad, look at that work. Oh, look at that work. I'm gonna get back to that. Oh, look at that work. I'm telling you, man. That was a triple left hook with some uppercuts. 1-2, 1-2, and after 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, 1-2, 3. Beautiful. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Ooh. Conor Benn looking good, man. Looking solid up in this. Let's just go check out the work. Because I know he got the work in here. Salute to the people, by the way, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Friday. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all weekend. Big days, man. Y'all stay focused. Positivity always. Here we go. Here go to work. Here to work. Look at that work. You're like, Adrian Broner, you don't want the smoke. I'm telling you. Remember what I said? Remember how I said it's going to go? I think Chris Algieri is a great opponent. I think it's a great step up for Conor Benn, but I think he's going to work. He's going to chop the tree down. Lose a couple rounds just to end up getting the finish at the end. You know what I'm saying? Motivated fighter is a dangerous fighter. You know what I'm saying? And he's motivated. Ain't nothing but motivating. You got to respect that. So I think, you know what I'm saying, I can't wait for the fight. I think it's gonna be solid. Hell of a fight at the end of the day when it comes to Saturday. And you can see, man, he's putting in nothing but work, man. Damn, be careful, man. Don't want to throw your lower back out swinging that thing like that. Jesus. I don't know. That form didn't look right to me, but I'm not one of those guys be like, form looks, you know what I'm saying? You know what your body can handle. You know what your body can't handle. Bang. See that jab coming. Here comes the what? 1-2 probably after that joint. Followed up with the 1-2. Bam. Okay, the jab again. That was beautiful. They slipped off one. Oh, to the body. You can bring it up top. Okay. 1-2 double hook to the body. I like that. That's beautiful work right there. You see what he's doing with his feet after he's throwing. He got the feet up under him. What he's doing, he's disengaging. A couple feints. He's trying to throw off the rhythm of his opponent. He's acting like someone's right in front. I like that. Every time he's throwing too, the bag is coming toward him when he's throwing them punches. That's beautiful IQ. You're gonna throw. Bam. One. You understand what's going on. So those little aspects, you understand what's going on. You're not throwing him with the way he's coming forward. That's when you throw that thing when the opponent is coming forward, man. You don't do it when they're going away. Now when they're moving away, you wait till they come forward, get the most power out of it. Beautiful switch over. But you can see, man, Conor Benn, man, looks in great shape, man. Looks in great shape. Looks like he's putting in the right work. So, like I said, man, I'm definitely leaning toward Conor Benn when it comes to this fight. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. I can't wait. By the way, if y'all come up in here, man, y'all ain't hit the like button, man. Please hit the like button. Give me an algorithm. Show me some love. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. But I think we're gonna have a hell of a fight when it comes to Benn versus Algieri. But I'm just leaning toward Benn. I think Ben's too young. He's too hungry. He got that motor. He got that motivation, and he got the will, man. And I think he's gonna put himself in a position where he's gonna possibly gonna be able to say, "Hey, I want Adrian Boner." If not, he's gonna be in a position where people are going to be paying attention to him in that 147 division. And it's not necessarily about the UK because the 147 division is on fire in the US. So that's the thing. That's why they want him to fight Adrian Broner. That's why Eddie Hearn's calling out Adrian, because he knows if Conor fights Adrian after this and beats him, you know what I'm saying, the US is going to take notice. And that's the goal for a guy like him at the 147 division. That's the only way you're going to be doing any type of noise in that division. You got to put yourself in them US brackets, in the US name, the news, media outlet, all that good stuff. But he looks ready. He looks solid, and he looks like, you know what I'm saying, he's ready to go, man. I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for tomorrow, period, man. It's going to be fire, man. So once again, I want to say, first and foremost, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Also, check out my Fluence boxing from yesterday. You feel me? It was on fire. We was talking about Keith Thurman, potentially, getting ready for the Terrence Crawford fight. Obviously, you got Mario Barrios coming up. So, make sure y'all check that out. Before that, a couple days ago, obviously we have Fluence's in podcast. Make sure y'all look at that as well. Tonight, we got Black Goose Friday. That song's dropping tonight. Make sure y'all play that on repeat over and over and hit the like button, all that good stuff. Tomorrow, we got Fluence Lounge dropping. You feel me? We got the Conor Benn Chris Algieri fight, which we was just talking about, showing love to. So I can't wait for that. So make sure y'all join me for that. We're just gonna watch the main fight for that joint. And then later that night, we have a hella stacked card when it comes to UFC joint. Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira headlining that, and then also we're gonna be watching Richard Commey versus Vasiliy Lomachenko. So shit is on fire. Shit is on fire when it comes to the Black Goose TV Nation. Make sure y'all join me for all that. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for all that. And then the weekend after that, next weekend, y'all can be ready for some Fluence Sunday. You already know I got some fire shit for y'all. I'm gonna be dropping a double header for y'all, double banger. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be dropping 2 songs for y'all next weekend. 2 songs, you already know. And your boy's birthday coming up in like 10 days. So it's only right that I give y'all the double banger for the Fluence Sunday next weekend. So make sure y'all look out for that. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all already know what it is, bro. But Kimmy, I don't know what it is, bro. I appreciate y'all, but you're too late. But I gotta get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody up in here, man, who came and who's gonna come after. I'm enjoying my Friday night. I'm enjoying my weekend. You already know how it go. But I appreciate everybody. Salute to the people, nothing but positivity, blessings. You already know what I do, what I say. Ain't nothing but respecting the people. Salute. I'm gonna get up out of here. Enjoy your night.
The hurt I swear it really just don't fade away. But where you been, nigga, really I'd say. Got the type of nigga y'all just really hate. To work you, I swear I'm a nigga, film a play. Stacking money, yeah, like 8 day. Praying for some better days. All this pain that you see that be on my face. Looking guilty like a nigga caught case. Cause lately I swear I've been in the dog's place. I swear I got money in them baby like I'm pork chase. Some may feel like I should be fourth grade. Never felt like you did really to be dumb things. I'm losing no pain, I swear all that shit's fake. But I swear every day, yeah, I just still be getting paid. But all that really do, it really numb the pain. The hurt, I swear it got me feeling so insane. Every day I put a smile up on my face. But every day I swear that shit just be so fake. Frontin' one like on the play. Swear every day I swear I be losing faith. Hoping that they the same fate. But lately I swear I just been here and day. Lately I swear I just really sad days. Yeah, y'all know what I'm feeling, you understand what I'm saying. I swear to God, yeah, I ain't really playing. Feel like lately I just be up in the state. But I don't know there's any more that I can take. Try to do better, but I feel like it's too late. I'm in my head, girl, cause that pussy was great. I swear I was addicted to that pussy fake. Lady feeling so degrade. How yeah, you do this bad. How yeah, you do this hey. I'm in my head, think who to blame. Something in my head say yeah, it's all just part of the game. Why every day I swear I be feeling all the shame. Trying to smile but I swear that shit really don't feel same. Losing my direction like a nigga cannot aim.